Has the Twitter board once again been outplayed by Elon Musk? Have they revealed their cards and that they are not acting in the best interests of the shareholders, just like Elon Musk had warned before? You see, just days after Elon Musk offered to buy out Twitter at $54.20 a share, the Twitter board has gone nuclear in its defensive measures. They have enacted the controversial poison pill strategy, first invented in the 80s to prevent corporate takeovers. It is an incredibly controversial strategy. And in this video, we're just going to look at exactly what this is and why it's going to backfire big time for the Twitter board. Essentially, the poison pill means that if anybody amasses, and by anybody I mean Elon Musk, amasses more than a 15% stake in Twitter, then the shareholder rights plan triggers. And in the shareholder rights plan, all Twitter shares go on a huge fire sale, big discount. So essentially, all the shares are going to be sold at a big discount, and lots of shares are going to be sold to everybody except Elon Musk. And that means that Elon Musk's position is going to become smaller and smaller and smaller the more shares that are sold. His position is effectively going to be drowned out by the mass number of shares being issued at this big discount, which could be like half price. So if he still wants to buy out the company at $54.20 per share, he's going to have to buy a hell of a lot more shares. That's the poison pill. It's a tough pill to swallow, and it sure as hell is a lot more expensive than before. But of course, has the Twitter board played directly into Elon's hand? On April 14, Elon tweeted, "If the current Twitter board takes actions contrary to shareholder interests, they would be breaching fiduciary duty. The liability they would thereby assume would be titanic in scale." And it's not just this titanic monetary threat here which I find so interesting. It is that he effectively said, if you do something crazy like a poison pill strategy, then you are making it clear that you do not have your shareholders' best interests at heart. And that is exactly what the board of directors has done by doing this poison pill defense. You see, the poison pill defense is so controversial for three reasons. First, shareholders have to buy more shares just to stay even. Right? Since there's lots and lots of shares being sold in this fire sale, share values go down. Right? And other shareholders have to keep buying shares just to keep even. Second, it discourages institutional investors. Who wants to invest? What company like Vanguard, right, that holds these giant funds, who wants to invest in Twitter shares when they're being diluted like this? Right? Nobody. And who does this hurt? Well, it hurts the shareholders who actually have shares to sell, the investors, right? The everyday person, right? Third, it keeps poor management in place. The poison pill makes it effectively very difficult for anybody to take over the company and replace the management. Who does this protect? Of course, the board of directors. And of course, they're going to be concerned because if Elon Musk comes in, he is firing everybody on the Twitter board. Right? This is the real reason for the poison pill. Right? And of course, the side effect is that it keeps poor management in place because nobody can replace them in the end. Quoting Cameron Winklevoss, the Twitter board is willing to self-immolate, to burn the building down, to devalue the shares rather than lose their seats. This same strategy was used, of course, in 2018, when the board of Papa John's voted to adopt the poison pill to prevent the company's co-founder, John Schnatter, from regaining or gaining control of the company. Right? What could be worse, after all, a founder-led company? I'm sure the founder of the company wouldn't have anything useful to say in how it's run. Surely not. This was also done in Netflix in 2012 to prevent the takeover by Carl Icahn. They said that shareholders would be able to purchase 2 shares for the price of 1 to do this. Everybody wins. So can we say now that the Twitter board has shown that they do not have the shareholders' interests at heart? Can we say that Elon Musk had called them out on this before, and that the board has effectively walked into a trap? And if you are a Twitter shareholder, who are you now more likely to trust has your best interests? Your board of directors, who by the way have vehemently opposed any shareholder proposals, including oversight on lobbying activities, or Elon Musk, who has made a pretty reasonable cash offer to buy you out? And when Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal said on Thursday that Twitter will not be held hostage, it makes you wonder, who really is the hostage taker here? Is it Elon Musk, or is it the Twitter board of directors?